Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and without any sort of surprised expression on my face, I can say once more, Celtic are out the Champions League. We're here to talk about the three things we learned from our defeat to Ferencvaros. I've done it again, I can't even say do it, just roll the intro. Celtic 1, Ferencvaros 2. We're out the Champions League once more, as I've already mentioned at the start of the video. It just seems like we can't do it. I don't know what it is. There must be something in the air. It doesn't matter if we're home, away, whatever. We just can't do it. Tonight is a fine example of why, do you know what, sometimes I think we should sit down and be grateful we can't make the Champions League. Because if that's what Ferencvaros are doing to us, what would Barcelona do to us? What would Real Madrid do to us? What would Bayern Munich do to us from the last time we were in the competition? You know, the last time we played the competition, Bayern Munich beat us 3-0. They beat us at Parkhead. PSG battered us. We managed to get a win against Anderlecht. From them, we've been playing Europa League football, but football has changed that much. We've probably got worse as well, in terms of European stages anyway. It makes me wonder what would actually happen. The game was nothing short of abysmal for the majority of it. We started the game as so incredibly nervous, and it's probably down to the fact that they attacked us a lot more than what I think the players and ourselves would have ever expected. I didn't expect them to come out and play as attacking as they did. And I did say in my match preview yesterday that I had no idea what to expect from them, but when you're looking at the consequences of a one-tie game, you usually get the home and away leg, but you've got one, and you're away from home, and you're not the favourites. You're apparently the underdog heading into it. You'd expect them to be a lot more defensive, but no, they came out and right from the start they made it incredibly difficult for Celtic, and it took us about 40 minutes to get going until we got, some form of pressure onto them. We started playing well towards the end of the half, and then we carried that into the second half. We finally got our goal, we looked good. Then we just took our foot off the gas. The thing that really annoys me about it is the game was there for the taking. We had so many chances and we were unlucky. We were. Christie had a good shot saved and Cham hit the bar. We had plenty of other chances. But it's the same story as Dundee United. It's the same story as Kilmarnock. If you're not burying those chances, then that's it. Because one break and they were 2-1 up. I said on Twitter, look, the game was there for the taking. They were knackered. They were absolutely done in. Me and my dad were both watching the game and thinking to ourselves, God's sake. Then, the Bond boy up front for them as well, absolutely gubbed. But one break was all it took, and Abdel Ahmed on that break as well should have been doing a lot better. I said yesterday that I thought Frimpong would have started the game, and when Abdel Ahmed started tonight, I was thinking to myself, I'm happy with that, I actually prefer it. And he shows glimpses of being a good player all the time, but he should be in there, he should be sliding into that. Of course there's the risk of giving away a penalty, but you've got to be more physical. He's bullied. He's meant to be a centre half. He was a natural centre half, a full back for us, but a natural centre half, and he was absolutely bullied by the forward, and it gives away the second goal. So very weak from him. And then Frimpong comes in the park 10 minutes later and makes one of the best tackles of the night. Makes you think, what if it was him in this situation? But there's no point thinking like that because the team were just utterly garbage. It's hard to point out any good performances. I think El Yunusi looked great and Cham looked great. Those two in particular were the ones for me that I went, feel sorry for them tonight because they gave it their all. They looked fantastic. I've never really fancied in Cham in that 10 role, but tonight I thought he'd done a superb job until he was asked not to do it. And that was it for me. They two players were the only ones I can really give pass marks to. The rest of the team were, it makes you look back and it makes you look at it and go, apart from maybe in Cham and Edward, well, a pretty bang average side. And we need to buck up our ideas, and it should be a wake-up call for Law on the board. We've just missed out on the chance of £30 million. £30 million you get for qualifying for the Champions League. And we've gubbed it. So we head into the Europa League qualifiers now. Perhaps, a lot of people ask, this is why I don't get Celtic fans sometimes, right? There's plenty of Celtic fans who are on my side here when I say this, and there'll probably be a lot of you in the comments who oppose me as well. A lot of Celtic fans last year after our Europa League group stage run were giving it the whole, this is why the Europa League's better, Europa League's our this is it, we should be blah blah blah, giving it a lot of Europa League, we don't care about the Champions League. And then tonight they'll be fuming. Tonight they'll be saying, like, you've got your wish, we're in the Europa League. Whereas, we should be aiming for the highest. We should be aiming to be the best we can be. And, the more times we make the Champions League, the more names we're going to attract. For all we know, we've just got the chances of Shane Duffy coming here. Oh, there was Champions League, but now we'll just go and play for West Brom. And that's not going to happen. But it's just, it's a situation you find yourself in, because if you get Champions League football, a lot more players are going to come through those doors. A lot more money to spend, and it's gone. But we won't look at the bigger picture for now. Say we'll look at tonight. 3 things we've learned. I've already rambled for 5 minutes about a shocker of a performance. But here we go. I'll try and pinpoint the 3 things that really annoyed me about tonight's game. What does Kamala have to do? That's the first thing I've learned. Why is Ryan Christie starting up front tonight? Why was that ever on the team sheet? I don't get it. Now, yes, I understand Neil Lennon has came out and said both him and Ayeti are not fit to start games. They're not match sharp. They'll have time. But Kamala didn't even get a look. You see 5 minutes added on at the end of the game, you think to yourself, alright, bit of pace on the bench, somebody who can probably finish. He's a striker. Get him on the park. No. What does Kamala actually have to do? I don't get it, because we had this conversation on my channel a few weeks ago when Kamala came in for the friendly matches in the first game of the season and got a goal against Hamilton. There was a whole conversation, is that him taking Griffiths' place in the side? As he went up in the pecking order, has Griffiths fell? But it looks of it, Griffiths is going to walk back into this team ahead of Kamala for whatever reason that may be. And I don't think it's purely down to fitness. I guess only time will tell. We'll see if Kamala is offered more of a chance. But there's so much time left in that game for him to come on when we're 2-1 down. Well, not so much. There was 12 minutes left when we went down. But just get him on. It blows my mind. Which brings me on to my second point, because that's a very quick one. The second one is going to be another big ramble. Lesson number 2, right? Why? Why is Lennon, or not lesson number 2, it's not even a lesson. The thing I learned, or I've been seeing for the last few games anyway, definitely. Why does Lennon not make substitutions till 77? We've got 5, Neil. We've got 5 whole substitutes to make, and you wait to the 77th minute to make ones that will potentially change. Look, we should have made changes probably very early in the second half in my eyes, and we're still waiting to, of course, see the 3-5-2 whenever that will come into play. I'm not even going to touch on that in this video. I know I said in the last 3 things that we learned I would be saying it every single time until we start it. Tonight I can understand maybe why it wasn't the case. Europe's a different story from league football, but why does he wait 77 minutes? You've got £8 million worth of strikers, £7 million worth of strikers on the bench. You don't use them till 77 minutes into the game, and once again, I know they might not be match sharp. It's not just that. Frimpong could have came on a lot. You've seen the difference Frimpong had in that right hand side when he came on the park. We looked a lot more energetic. He made a fantastic chance that just no one got to. It was the one where the ball came in. You know what I'm talking about. No one got an end of the cross. There was big space, ball goes through, no one's there. Right? Frimpong creates that. He created a lot more as well from he came on. If you're bringing Frimpong, say, 55, 60 minutes into the game on, right? You bring him on at that point, you're allowing yourself half an hour of new chances, new creativity, a new mind, just something fresh. And you wait till the 77th minute to bring him on. When at that point the game had completely died, because we had the pressure on them for so long, and then it was just that long stagnant period in which they got their goal, and then after that just stagnant again. And Frimpong is just left to come on to that. Ayeti could have came on easily 10 minutes before he did. May have had a bigger impact in the game. It's just so annoying. It's really annoying. 77 minutes, Neil. Wake up, man. I know that it takes me back to when Neil Lennon was first appointed. Sorry for the squeaky chair. It takes me back to when Neil Lennon was first appointed as Celtic manager, and I said the biggest problem that we're going to face with Neil Lennon as manager of the club is the tactical awareness. Because I never feel like Neil Lennon's had much tactical awareness. I feel he's a very stubborn manager, hope for the best sort of stuff. That was exactly what I said. Neil went on to prove me wrong. I love Neil. I adore Neil. I think Neil is the man for the job. I'm not switching to that side we were talking about yesterday. There was plenty of people saying get Neil Lennon out. No, I'm not saying that. But, we just he needs to stop this. We need to get players on earlier. We need to make changes to the game. Whether that is in the formation or just in the personnel, do something. Can I very quickly add in how rotten Christopher Jullien was tonight? One of the worst performances I have seen over the past, year in a Celtic shirt for any player, not just him. What a terrible performance. Shocking. And I've always been wanting to come on here and back Jullien. I love Jullien. I think he's the best centre-half we have at the club, but I'm starting to doubt myself for that over the last 3 or 4 games. I don't know why he's been as bad as he has been since the start of this season, but tonight it was just another level. He was scandalously bad. And if we're dropping anybody for the next game to bring Baton back in, it shouldn't be Ayer, it should be him. I feel like there's a lot of players here up the backside. Forrest and all tonight, my God. Why'd he ever get back in the team? We talk about needing a backup right winger. Sign an actual right winger, because Forrest is done, man, with the looks of things. But, geez, you know, there are two players that tonight just had an absolute mare, and they need a bit up the backside. They need to be dropped, and they need to realise that it's not going to be good enough to carry on a full season where you're looking for 10 in a row and you're looking for more trophies and you're wanting Champions League football. That's not the level we need. And the third lesson that I think I learned tonight, and the third thing that I picked up on, is just keep starting Cham. Just keep it going. Don't drop him. Don't do it, Neil. Just don't. If you have to drop Brown, do it. I know I've said for a long time Brown is just going to not be dropped by you, and I still don't think Brown will be dropped by you, but just don't do it. Just don't drop in Cham. If you drop in Cham, the whole thing's knackered. He's class. He is genuinely just such a good footballer, and it was the only sort of hope I had today. Well, him and Moy, I spoke on it earlier, but in Cham is just don't drop him, please. And that's it, because what else have I got to say? Very disappointing. We miss out on the big time of the Champions League once more, and back to Europa League. I suppose we've got a better chance of memorable wins in the Europa League at group stages rather than Champions League pumpings every week, but it's still not where I want to see the club. I want to see the club in the Champions League every week, or every year, sorry, because that is the stature of the club we are. We're Celtic, you know, first British team to ever lift that trophy, never mind anything else, you know, like, we all know it. We should be there, but oh well, what can you do? If you've enjoyed, make sure that like and subscribe, it's much appreciated. I'll see you all when I'm, I don't know, hanging for a tree. Shouldn't be saying that. See you all next time.